All right. What's going on, everybody? It's your man right here. One, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. One of the original road warlords, as always, bring you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry, what we call trucking. Um, let's go ahead and um, talk about the process of what's going on, everything that I've done so far, and what's the projected outcome as to the goal that we're trying to achieve and stuff. So, you guys come in, give me an audio check, let me know everything and stuff is good, and we'll go ahead into tonight's science. All right, Calvin, what's going on with you, Mr. Robbins? What? what? What is? Wait a minute. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, Cal, yeah. Yeah, okay, Cal. Let me explain. Okay, let me explain what happened. Why I got. Okay. I'm so, all right. Let me explain what happened. Right. Okay. All right. Let me tell you what happened. Okay. I bought I bought the arcade machine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look. I'm sorry, y'all. Look. I'm sorry. I'm telling you. I meant to take this thing. I meant to take it to the house and drop it off. I swear I did. That was the. I went to Virginia. I went to Virginia. I got the kingpins done on my truck. Right. I got my kingpins done on my truck. Uh, no, because look, it's okay. Look. All right. I went to go get the kingpins done on the truck, and so I was on Facebook Market and I wanted an arcade machine for my laundry room, right? And so this one right here was on the market. Yeah, this one right here was on the market. And I went, I bought it, and the plan was to go get everything done, swing by the house, drop this off, and then that was that. And I haven't been home since I haven't been by the house and stuff, man, since I think I got the kingpins done what, February? Yeah, I think I got the kingpins done in February. So I ain't had a chance to swing by the house. So it's been staying in the truck and stuff. Yeah, I mean it works now. Yeah, it works and stuff. It's just you know I really I re- I really meant to take this thing to the house, man. I really did, and you know it just things just didn't work out that way. So I'm like. That's why it's here. That's why it's here in this truck, man. I mean, it is real aggravating. It is. It's real aggravating and stuff. And I don't really play it like that. Yeah, I don't play it at all and stuff. It was just supposed to be something, you know. It's just supposed to be something and stuff that I was gonna have, in the house and stuff. You got the truck for sale. What, Brandon? What the heck? Why? Why? I mean, it's your truck. Do what you want to, but man, why? Why would you? Why would you? Dude, you ain't. I don't know. Unless you made your money back off of it. Yeah, but yeah, that's what happened, man. I bought this thing and I haven't dropped it off, man. And dude, it's just and now, you know, now they gonna start on the end frame and stuff tomorrow, and They gonna start on the end frame tomorrow, so I'm like, the truck probably gonna be up here another 2 weeks and stuff like that. So I'm like, one of the first things I gotta do is get this thing to the house, man. I mean, that's just a must. You tired of trucking? Well, hey, I feel you, man. I feel you. Uh, it's just it's real hard. It's real hard to let something go and stuff when you know that you're good at it, though. I mean, but hey, trucking ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere and stuff. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna get the DD. Yeah, yeah. I over the week, quick recap. Y'all know my truck was in the shop for the air compressor. Uh, the truck was in the, for the air compressor, the air dry, stuff like that. The people they did me okay. They did me all right and stuff. I mean, they hit me in the head, but it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and it was totally my fault. It was totally my fault and stuff. But it's fixed now. It did. I ain't think it was fixed at first, but when I started going down the road and stuff, the air dry kicked in, and that was that. So, um, the hours, I don't know how many hours. I don't know how many hours they're gonna put in this thing. I'm just going. I'm gonna quote the blue book, which is 45 hours. They might get it done sooner and stuff like that. It's just kind of hard to say and stuff, guys. They not a dealership and stuff like that. They're just a shop. They don't they they do rebuilds and stuff all the time, but it's a shop. So um, as far as the price, they told me what he told me. He said don't expect it to go over 21. You know, don't expect it to go over 21,000. So um, yeah, that's where I stand. So I got here this morning. I got here this morning stuff. I was gonna drop the truck off and stuff and leave today, but I'm not near airport or a bus station. The closest thing to me is a train station. So um, and the train doesn't leave till tomorrow at 6. It doesn't leave till tomorrow at 6 and stuff. I'll let you know what shop. Once I get everything done. Once I get everything done and stuff, I'll let you know what shop I went to. But yeah, yeah, it ain't no airport and stuff. Well, I didn't want to catch the train to Penn Station and then catch an Uber over to the Newark Airport and stuff, right? So the train wasn't expensive. It's a 7 hour ride. Plus, I ain't got nothing to do. So plus I ain't got anything to do. So I'm in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey and stuff. I will say that I'm in New Jersey. Um, so yeah, got here and stuff. Went on here, put the deposit down. Yeah, I put the deposit down and stuff. And so what I was telling them, I said, man, look, if this thing go over, if it start breaking into like, I'll spend 21,000. But if this thing gets up to 30,000, I'm like, nah. I'ma just uh, hmm, um, I'm gonna say North Jersey, Brandon. I'm in North Jersey. So I was saying like 21,000, I'll deal with that. But anything over that, I said around. I said if it gets over 25,000, what I was gonna do was I was just gonna park this truck and just go, and I was just gonna go and just get a W-9. I was just gonna go and get a W-9 and stuff and just be done with it. That was the plan. Like if this end frame is more if this end frame is more than what they were saying, I'm like it ain't no point of me putting all this money into this truck. And I'm saying like I like the truck, but I'm saying for 30,000, right? You can all right for 18,000 you can get a crate motor. 18,000 you get a crate motor stuff, and so all you doing now is just R&R. So um, you know, um, how I know I need an end frame because I'm going through oil like crazy. I'm going through oil like crazy, and I got some blow by. Yeah, and I got some blow by and stuff. So the rings and the liners are shot. And when they crack this thing open, they're gonna send me some pictures of it and stuff, and then I'll just show you. But it's not that the truck runs fine. The truck runs fine, it performs fine and stuff. It's just going through a bunch of oil, and so it's going through a bunch of oil and stuff like that. So I mean, it was something that I was keeping an eye on over time. Like I would get when I got a PM. Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, DD15, yeah, they do have blow by and stuff, right? Cause I found out they do have blow by, but mine is excessive now. It's excessive. Every motor's gonna have that and stuff, and so um, it's something, and it's something that's gonna put my mind at ease. You know, it's something that's good. It's something that's gonna put my mind at ease, cause when the truck got a million miles on it, right? The truck got a million miles on it. It's did its job and stuff. I done had the truck for over 5.5 years, and from 400, I got the truck 480,000 miles, and I'm right now at 1,070,000. In 5.5 years, um, at 5.5 years and stuff, that's a little under 100,000 miles. That's a little under 100,000 miles, a year that I'm putting on the truck. So plus I do a whole bunch of idling and stuff like that, but it's did its job. And so, you know, the truck came from CR England. The truck came from CR England. I put almost 600,000 on the truck, right? And so with me doing it, and if he keeps it under 21,000, right, then okay, why you should do it. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about the engine swap, but I thought about the engine swap and stuff. It's just you kind of in the same boat. You know what I mean? Cause all they doing is all they doing is taking a DD15 and swapping everything out and stuff, cleaning it up, and then they sell the unit, put a warranty in and stuff like that. So whether you get the end frame done, whether you get the end frame done, or whether um you get the crate and stuff or whatever, it's basically the same thing. It's just um yeah, it's just you basically getting the same thing. So I mean, I rather go this route right here. You know, yeah, it would be faster. It would be faster and stuff. It's just I mean, time is not really time is not it's not a real big factor. So I'm saying, I'll wait. I'll wait. Um, The the 60 series, the reason why I didn't go to 60 series and get a 12.7 is because I like the truck. I like my Cascadia, but I'm not in love with it. I don't have it's not it's not a W9. That's the truck that's the truck I want. I want it if it was a W9, yeah, I do it all day long. Engine swap, whatever. But this Cascadia it's a all right truck. It is. I like the truck, but I'm not I'm not in love with the truck because if the opportunity came if the opportunity came today, right? If the opportunity came today and stuff for me to get a W9, then yeah, I gonna take this truck to the house. I'll gonna take this truck to the house, park it, and just get in the W9 and just run that. So you know the whole 60 series, yeah. If you really if you really like this truck, if I really had a fascination for it, yeah, I'll go and throw a 12.7 in. Yeah, I'll go and throw the 12.7 in and stuff. Just be done with it. But it's just it's an all right truck, but it's not. It's an all right truck. I'm gonna keep it. I'll make money with it, but um, you know, if I can, if I'm gonna throw some money in something, it might as well be in something that I want. So that 12.7, the rebuild and everything that goes into that could be money that I could be putting into a truck I actually want. So that's the whole reason why I ain't go that route there. Um, this process here, it's not going to take me it's not going to take me a very long time to make the money back. That's the other thing too and stuff. It's not going to take a long time to make the money back. All right, what's going on, TBE? So if he keeps it under if he keeps it under if he keeps it under 21, right? Um my intention, I should have the money back in 5 weeks. I should have the money back in 5 weeks because I don't went on ahead and pay the bills for I don't went on ahead and pay the bills and stuff for next month. Just in case this thing kind of, if it takes a little bit longer than what it's supposed to. So all the bills are paid, right? It's just if he keeps it under that, then I'm talking about five. It's just gonna be 5 straight weeks and stuff. So um, I'm just put it back in there just as fast and stuff as I spent it. So um, I'm gonna be on a real, just be on a real budget and stuff like that. I ain't gonna be sitting there eating. I'll probably eating bologna sandwiches and uh, ramen noodles and stuff like that. But shoot, that's 5 weeks and then the money's back in there. So yeah, it's a cash project, and it's a cash project, and yeah, yes, yeah, it is a gamble. Yeah, it is a gamble, but the only guarantee that the only guarantee that you got is if you go brand new. You know, the only guarantee that you got is if you go brand new. So I'm saying if it's covered under warranty, right? If he's gonna cover it under warranty and stuff for 2 years, then why mess around and stuff? So you go ahead, make the money back off first, and let's just say I ain't impressed with it, right? Let's just say I ain't impressed with it. I done made my money back. I done made my money back and stuff. And if I want to sell the truck, if I want to sell the truck, it's gonna be very little objection because see now I got a whole portfolio. You see what I'm saying? Rebuilt transmission, rebuilt motor. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be out of my hands real fast and stuff, right? And I can go ahead and get into the thing that I want. So that's the other thing too. You know, yeah, cause the DD15, it's hold up, this guy coming with his motorcycle. This guy a problem. Okay, that's the other reason why I'm doing the in frame and stuff is because people say, all right, ever since you know, people say stuff, all right, well, if you do this certain thing, it ain't gonna work. If you do this certain thing, it ain't gonna work. So, a lot of the stuff that went on, a lot of stuff that go on with the Cascade, I feel like I dispelled a lot of that stuff, right? I feel like I dispelled a lot of it. So I'm saying I might as well go on here and do this right here too. Cause my thing is you hear a lot of people, saying that they ran into some bad issues, but let's seriously talk about something. Okay, the Century classes, the Columbias, the International 9400s and stuff like that, they're not they're not in abundance as they're not in abundance as they used to be. So when you go and you start looking at a used truck, you got to really start considering, hey man, Freightliner Cascadia, International Pro Star, uh, the Kenworth T680, the Volvo 760, the post emission trucks. That's just the real reality and stuff. I mean, the Century classes, the FLDs, they're becoming more. They're not in abundance and stuff. And so, if you do happen to find one, you gonna have to put a whole bunch of work into it. You're gonna have to put a whole bunch of work and stuff into it. So the next step, the next step in used trucks are these trucks right here because it's just like back in the day. Nobody really wanted the FLD. The 14.0 got a bad rap. When they started putting the EGRs in them 14, when they rolled out the 14.0, nobody wanted the truck because of the EGR. You know what I'm saying? So you can find those trucks back in the day and stuff. The FLD 120s, the T600s, the 9400 International Pro Sleepers. It was an abundance of them, but you can't find them trucks no more like that. I mean, they still selling them, but I mean, they in some real bad shape, man. They in some real bad shape, and so you gonna have to really, really put some money into that truck now. So the next step is the used trucks. This is where it's at, and so now we really got to start. We really got to start going into the specifics and stuff about the new used trucks and stuff that are out here that's going to be available for people. And so, what better way to do it than to dispel a lot of the myths and stuff? And so, the DD15, I understand the rap and stuff that it gets, but what better way and stuff to do it than to just go head in and stuff, right? Cause everybody was telling, with the newer trucks, they said what was going to be the number one issue with the newer trucks, the emissions, right? Now, everybody was telling the truth about that. The emissions will put you out of business. But what were they also saying is that, well, if you go get the surgery, you was gonna have a butthole full of problems and stuff there. All the back, this back pressure and stuff is gonna send, all this back pressure but let's be honest, how many people we know having back pressure issues? Because I know I didn't. And I'm saying, I mean, it's a possibility, but I'm saying for the most part, everyone that gets the surgery usually gets the surgery, and once they get it done and stuff, man, I mean, it's a good procedure. And so they just go on and stuff and continue on making money. So, I mean, now it's not Now it's not so much as you know, people don't really talk about this stuff. People don't really talk about this stuff some more. So we really got to start dispelling this stuff and saying, okay, this is what you're really gonna face. This is what you're really gonna face and stuff. If you got this particular motor here, this particular motor here, and so on and so forth. So, um, yeah, I got a DD15. Yeah, I got a DD15. I put 600,000 miles on it. So, I mean, CR England took care of the truck somewhat because I never had an issue to where the truck broke down. You see what I mean? I got the truck towed twice, but that was because of air issues that I failed to address. But other than that, it was just emission issues that I had. It was never me driving the truck and then the truck just cut off, or it just gave me a butthole full of problems and stuff. It was just normal wear and tear issues. It was just normal wear and tear issues and stuff, and that was that. So, um, you know, and so I mean, it's just going. I'm just saying, I can only see it being more the same, right? It's just now that everything that's gonna be refreshed under there. Now I can start from ground zero now. It's not I'm getting it at 400,000 miles or it's a mystery. Everything and stuff is sealed up tight. So what do you do now that you got the end frame, right? What are the steps that you take in order to ensure that the motor lasts? And so, you know, um, my my hypothesis is going to be the DD15 is going to be the next 12/7. It's going to be the next 12/7, the next 14. It's going to be the next 12/7, the next 14/0. And I'm not saying that as far as like quality or whatever, but as far as like the process and stuff is concerned, you know, it's going to be just like, okay, if I take a 12/7 and get an end frame in that, if I get a 14/0 and stuff, still the same thing. Yeah. So it's going to be done. It's going to be done right because this person's reputation is on the line. This guy's reputation is on the line and stuff. So um, yeah. So it's got to be done right. Somebody got to do it. So I got a DD15. I got over 1,000,000 miles on it. Let's go ahead and get it done. Let's look at this thing. Let's examine it and see what the issues and stuff that's going to come up if we have any issues and stuff at all. And so, we just going to go and dispel the myth. So, you know, if you decide later on and stuff like that, if you happen to run into, because truth be told, you're going to run into a Cascadia and somebody going to be offering it to you at a real good price. Like, hey man, listen, I got this Cascadia for sale and stuff for 15,000. I mean, I might have it for 8, 9,000, right? So you buy the truck for 8, 9 grand. You buy the truck for 8, 9 grand, and then we got the form and stuff set up, and it got a DD15, and it like, okay, what would you have done differently, right? Would you put an in frame? Would you put an in frame in it? Um, can you find one that could be done? You know, maybe a little bit cheaper than 21,000. Do you have to pay 21,000 and stuff like that? So because I mean it's still relatively new, so the price is going to kind of be up, and it's still kind of lingering from yeah yeah, that's it, yeah, yeah. I'm just leaving proof facts. Exactly, exactly. So you know because you still got some folk up here who believe you still got some folk up here who believe that if you go get an in frame, if you go get not an in frame, if you go get surgery and stuff done, right, and then something happens to the truck, oh well, it happened as a result of you going over here and getting surgery. And I'm saying, nah, This truck is a 13. It's a 13 Cascadia. So that's the thing there. A lot of people say stuff, and we just got to start dispelling the myths because the Cascadias are going to be the new they're going to be the new used trucks on the block. If you're thinking about getting a used truck and saying, well, look, let me try my hand at it, right? Let me go get a truck at a decent price, and you know, that's what it's going to be. Cause I'm looking at it doesn't matter what lot you go to and stuff, man. I mean, that's all they got lined up and stuff. Okay, you got 700, yeah, 780,000. Yeah, so yeah, it's a pretty cool truck. I mean, I like it. It's just y'all know my story though. Y'all know my story and stuff. And if if I would have done things differently, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I would probably I would have been going. I'd be going live and stuff in my W9, you know. But I ain't gonna say things didn't work out the way it's just me not doing my due diligence, right? Hold on. It's me not doing my due diligence. The engine's just trash. Well, you know what? They said that about the Max Force. Yeah, they said that about the Max Force. Man, the Max Force, that motor's trash and stuff. But then what makes the Max Force trash? It's the emission system. It's the emission system. But you can't go up here and say if you eliminate the emission system, it will make the engine run better on a post emission truck. That's just not gonna fly. They gotta work in tandem. They got to work in tandem and stuff. And so the reason why Max Force failed was because Max Force was not Max Force got into something, but they didn't have the reliability and stuff as a Detroit and a Cummins. People were still disappointed. People were still disappointed and stuff with the Detroit and the Cummins and stuff, but they've been in the game and stuff for a long time. Max Force, they were in the they won't in the they won't in they was in diesel, but they wasn't in the 18 wheelers and stuff, like mostly the box trucks and the box trucks and stuff like that. They had that game on lock. You know they had that game on lock. But when they decided to step into um step into the class 8 and stuff like that, they say okay, yeah. And the first thing they wanted to go with was something that everybody was having a problem with and stuff like that. You know, people won't say it. Detroit Cummins, you were still having the same problem. Pat Carr, you still having the same problem. It's just with Max Force, word of mouth and stuff. You a new business, and you saying, well, you in new territory and stuff like that, and people will just say your motors are trash, and that's what happened. Let's see, you got 900. Hey, man, hey, I mean, if it's still kicking like it's supposed to and stuff, then hey, by all means, man, make it ride. Make it ride. But if it ever start giving you problems, right, we can go ahead and go through the steps on what we have to do. If it started becoming an issue, it ain't no point of saying there's no point in trying to invest to save it because there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta let it go. You know. I mean, now if it's still working and doing what it's supposed to do, fine. But it's just, hey, um, when it start giving problems, everybody's gonna refer you to the dealership, and Everybody's gonna refer you to the dealership and stuff, and you already know what the dealership is gonna do. So, you know, so yeah, I mean, I'm nervous. I'm real nervous and stuff, but I've been in this position before and stuff. When I went to go get the surgery, when I went to go get the surgery and stuff like that, it was the same thing. It's kind of a sink or swim. It's kind of a sink or swim type of deal. It's just this time I'm a little bit more prepared now. I'm more prepared and stuff to on best or worst case scenario. But I'm just gonna stay in the realm. I'm just gonna stay in the realm of reality and say, man, look, yeah, it's. I don't think it's just gonna be an issue that you go, they fix it, you going on up the road and stuff, and that's that. I mean, and we'll just have we'll have this conversation in another five. We'll just have this conversation in another 5.5 years. Um, but this time it's gonna be based on me, cause I'm not really. When CR England and stuff had it, the truck was going everywhere. East Coast, West Coast. It was hitting those mountains and hills, and you know, going through the lowest of the valleys and stuff to the highest of the mountains and stuff like that. 40,000, 45,000 pounds and stuff like that. That's what it did for the first 480,000 miles of its life. And so for the last 600,000, it's just been strictly East Coast. So um, the terrain and stuff has been the same. So I'm saying that had to play a contributing factor in this stuff there. So um, I'm weight conscious. I'm weight conscious and stuff. So that played a role. I control when I got the PMs, cause I'm pretty sure when CR England had it and stuff. I think they did their PMs every what, uh, 25,000. They did their PMs every 25,000 and stuff, man. I'm like, me, I was doing mine every 15. I was doing mine every 15 and stuff, and even with this in frame and stuff, the only thing I'm probably gonna run full synthetic. I'm probably gonna run full synthetic and stuff, but it's just I gotta check into that. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna do the heads and stuff. We're gonna check on the injectors. We're gonna check on the injectors and the turbo, but um, the main thing is just the main thing is gonna be the head. It's gonna be the head, the liners. Excuse me. The heads, the liners, the pistons, main rods and bearings. Check they're gonna check the crank and stuff, and yeah, they're gonna check the crank and stuff like that. But the internals. The internals is what's gonna be the primary focus and stuff, guys. Um, I don't want to crack this thing open again if I don't have to. And so they did enough of them. They did enough of them to know what they looking for and stuff like that. And then they staking their reputation and stuff on it too. So and they give me 2 years. They give me 2 years and stuff. Um, One thing I do have to take back. I don't know who their supplier is. I don't know who these guys suppliers are and stuff, but everything is gonna be OEM. I don't know how they pulled it off, but I don't know how they pulled it off and stuff, but they got an OEM supplier. They got an OEM supplier and stuff, which I'm saying like it doesn't impress me, but the OEM thing doesn't impress me, but that's what they saying they going with. It's all OEM. So it's all OEM because they saying, once they do it, they don't want me coming back for the same thing other than, to touch it up and tighten up the valves and stuff like that. But that's their supplier. That's their supplier and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, all right. So they got that particular connection and stuff there. But yeah. Um, so other than that, I mean that. Other than that, that's it. I mean, I put the deposit down. They get the truck in the morning, and I'll be at the house for the next. I'll be at the house for the next whenever and stuff. So. But they saying it's pretty. They pushing for a pretty. They pushing for a pretty timely process and stuff. He's saying at least a week. So we just go from there. Like I said, the bills are paid for next month. The bills are paid for next month. You know, so it'll give me time. It'll fortunately give me time. To get some things and stuff organized at the house. Unfortunately, I just can't get this thing out the truck. But everything else, man. I mean, I can swing by the house, get my furniture in there, get everything and stuff organized, um, finish up some business. Yeah, finish up some business and stuff, and that's that. So, um, so yeah, so we're at that part of the game now and stuff where, you know, is it the shop I always use? No, this my first time. This my first time using this shop here. Yeah, this would be my first time using this shop. So, you know, um, of course if they do a good job and stuff, then I'm gonna be recommending. I'm gonna be recommending and stuff. Of course you come here and you come here and get things done if you in the area. So, I mean, they got great reviews. They got great reviews and stuff. The guy I kind of was having second thoughts. I was kind of having second thoughts and stuff, and so you know, he just he taught me through the whole process, and you know, whether I take it here or somebody else, I gotta get him the opportunity. Yeah, they warranty their work for 2 years. Yeah, they warranty their work for 2 years. So so that's just the selling point and stuff where I'm at, cause like I said, the plan is uh make my money back, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's a warrant it's warranty on their work. It's 2 years. It's 2 years parts and labor. Yeah, it's 2 years parts and labor. So um um that's the plan, man. Just make the money back. If Yeah, just make the money back, and if I'm not impressed with it, then somebody gonna have a good truck. Somebody just gonna have a good truck and stuff, guys. We got the receipts for everything in here. New compressor, new dryer, new transmission, new clutch. Rebuilt motor. You know, yeah, rebuilt motor and stuff. I didn't put a lot of miles on the truck and stuff, so I'm like, that'll be the selling point right there. It's just I made my money back. I got my money back from the end frame, and then I'm selling the truck. So just combine that together and stuff, and then so okay, then I gone over there to the Kenworth dealership. One thing I did say, one thing I did say is that if I do get a W9, it's got to be brand new. And that's just the you know that's the conclusion I reached and stuff, man. I might see a new head, but I don't want to rebuild yet. Yeah, I mean, but that's where I'm at. I like if I get a W9, it's got to be brand new. I'll deal with all the stuff, all the after treatment stuff or whatever, but it's got to be brand new. I'm not taking nothing used. I'm not taking anything used and stuff. I don't want to go through the process of cleaning up the truck, and yeah, I don't want to go through all that cleaning it up and changing seats and changing seats, doing interiors and all that other stuff. I don't want to do that. I just you know brand new. It's mine. I'm the only person that drove it, and that's that. Whatever the payment's gonna be, that's what it's gonna be. Cause at least the truck is mine, and that's that. I just you know if I get it new, then you know it's gonna be all 48 states. I'll say that too. If I decide to go that route and stuff, and I get it, brand, it's gonna be all 48 states. And I mean, and that's the way stuff got to be. Cause the East Coast stuff, the East Coast stuff is okay, but the East Coast stuff is okay. But I mean, when your truck is paid, when your equipment and stuff is paid off, um, you know, you can have a bad week, and it's okay. Like it's okay, all right, it's a bad week, but you get the new truck is gonna be different. Like, nah, I can't have so many bad weeks or whatever. So if I gotta stretch it out, then you know, if I gotta stretch it out, then I gotta stretch it out. Stay in the southeast. Hey, I mean, if you making the money down there, if you making that money down there and stuff, see, about 200. Yeah, they looking at 210,000. Cause um the cost of inflate, the cost of inflation, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, 200. Let's see, what you saying? That's 210. All right, that's 210. I imagine what 30% down. 30% down and stuff. I mean, So, hold up, let me see if I got my calculator. Uh, all right, so what? 63,000, 63,000 at 30%, right? Yes, 63,000 at 30%. Then let's see. So you move that from the principal. Hold up, I'm screwing up now. See what we said. What 200? So subtract 63. All right, so 147,000, 147,000 at 147,000 at what 17% interest? Nah, that's too high. 17 too high. Um, Okay, let's see what 147 divided by what 60, right? So that's what that's 5 years. Dang, I'm screwing up. Let's see. Hold up. So what we got 147 divided by 60. So the truck payment would be 24 a month, 24.50 a month. So yeah, 210, yeah, 210 at yeah, 210 and stuff, 30%, 30% down, right? Yeah. But that's what it'll be and stuff. But I would have paid that for the one I would have got from Lone Mountain and stuff. I would have been paying 26 a month. So, you know, but of course they wanted 6%. So, you know. But them were the good old days, man. I don't know, but it's daggone super hyperinflation, man. Gracious, like you think, like, man, yeah, $12,000 is a lot of money, but you fast forward 5 years later and stuff like, you fast forward 5 years later and stuff, man. Everybody got 12,000 in their account. It said, can you get an appraisal from a mechanic, or do you have to go to the dealership to get? What you mean when you say appraisal? What for the truck? What for when you say appraisal? What we mean? Oh, to tell you what your truck is worth? Yeah, I mean, uh, yeah, you can. I mean, you can go to them. You can go to them. Just prepare to be disappointed, man. I mean, yeah, just prepare to be disappointed and stuff, man. Cause they gonna lowball the heck out of you. I'm gonna just say, you know, do your own appraisal and stuff, right? Like go on Facebook Market, go on the market, see what the trucks are going for on the average, and then just go from there. Cause the dealership is just gonna, you know, the dealership and stuff, man. I mean, they pretty much you give them the truck for nothing. You give them the truck for nothing and stuff. Just like when this truck got paid off, when this truck got paid off and stuff, right? I was gonna trade it in at Lone Mountain and stuff, man. And dude, they wasn't giving me anything for this truck, nothing. I bought the truck from y'all for 60 what? Um, with interest six with interest 61,000 and 61,000 stuff. So then I think they told me my truck was what, about 5 or 6. Yeah, about five. About 5, 6 grand. So you know, yeah, the dealership is that's just yeah the dealership. If you go to get it appraised, man, what you saying is that you just giving the truck away. That's why you really yeah. That's why no no it's not because you can take you could take the truck in there in excellent condition, and they're not gonna give you anything for it because they're gonna tell you people ain't in the market. People are not really in the market for this particular truck here, and it's gonna be sitting for a certain amount of time or whatever. It's gonna be sitting for a certain amount of time, whatever. Cause if you take if you take their appraisal right and sell it to them, the only thing they in business to make a profit. They in business to make a profit. They'll take that same truck. They'll take the same truck and stuff, man, and put it out there for they'll put it out there in the dealership for 35, right? They'll put it out there for 35. They paid five for it and stuff. So if it don't move at 35, they still ain't lost nothing. Now it goes to auction. It goes to auction and stuff. And so somebody in the auction probably gonna pay about anywhere from nine, probably more than that. They probably pay what, 15. They'll pay 15. So they still made 10. They made 10 grand profit. They ain't had to do nothing to the truck but move from one spot to the next. So it's always gonna be a low ball issue. Like really, if you go, um, if you the type of person, and you gotta do this for both truck. This applies to both trucks and cars. If you don't mind making payments, right? Like I'll just get the truck, and then when the warranty wears out on it and stuff like that, I'll go, or the warranty's about to wear out, you know, you could trade it in, right? But if you know that you that type of person where you just got to have new equipment, don't never pay your stuff off, car or truck. Keep the car, keep the truck for about you know, keep for about 2 years, about 2.5 years and stuff. Go and trade it in and stuff, right? And let it be what it's gonna be. And just move on to the next. If you just happen to be that type of person, but never pay anything, never pay anything off and then try to sell it. If you paying something off, pay it off for the purpose of saying, yeah, I want ownership of it and I'm never gonna sell it. If you know you got in your heart that you're gonna sell it, if you know you got in your heart you're gonna sell it, then don't pay it off. Yeah, Mr. Williams, yeah, when we got set up, I went, dropped the deposit and stuff off, and so I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting till tomorrow morning. I'm gonna drop the truck off early and stuff, and then I'm gonna catch my train and everything, and just head down, just head home. So, um, they're gonna start on it. They're gonna start on the first thing in the morning. They would have took it today, but yeah, they would have took it today and stuff. But I just told me, look, train don't leave till 6 in the morning. You know, I don't, one day isn't gonna hurt them. It's not like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start pulling stuff off. So, you know, did they make you pay for the parts up front? No, I put a deposit down. Now I put a deposit down. How long is it gonna take? Uh, I'm guessing anywhere from a week to a week and a half. You know, anywhere from a week to a week and a half. Cause they kind of, stuff is kind of stuff is kind. I ain't gonna say it's slow, but they really want, they making that a priority and stuff, because they making that a priority because somebody else might come in and ask for the same thing and stuff, and they got me jammed up. They got me jammed up in there and stuff, and if they see the truck in there, then they might deviate them and stuff to say, well, no, um, yeah, it's a 40 to 50 hour job, but it's a 40, 50 hour job. But honestly, I don't even look at um they not dealership type, people. Mm, their pay structure in this place, their pay structure is based upon how much stuff they can get in and get out of there. So nobody gets paid by the hour. No mechanic in there is getting paid by the hour and stuff. So they get paid by the job. So whoever does it, they probably get a percentage of what they charge and stuff like that. So you know, the sooner he get it done, the sooner he get his money. So um, it's no clock to ride. It's no clock to ride. They get paid by the job. So you know, um, man, guess I'm ready. I guess I'm ready for tomorrow to get here and stuff. So I gone drop this thing on off and stuff, man. It kind of let's see. Yeah, yes, yeah, it's not bad. Yes, it's not bad and stuff. So we're gonna the whole thing. What I'm saying, I'm just putting stuff to rest. It gives me better confidence to know that I got my stuff done as opposed to worrying about and stuff. Oh, is today gonna be the day? Cause um honestly, 5 years ago when before I got this truck, I had an '07 Century Class, right? And it had the C15 in it. The only reason why I didn't get that motor redid was because I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't do my due diligence to find out who can who can rebuild this motor. Cause I didn't like I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like that Century Class, but it started to grow on me, right? And when the truck got paid off and stuff, and the money started coming, the money was just coming left and right, and I seen with the money now being in my hand, the possibilities that I had, I had that whole top bunk was just full of that whole top bunk was just full of chrome parts and stuff like that. I found somebody that was gonna repaint the truck and stuff, and so I had a nice little scheme for it. I thought I had it on Instagram, but it's actually on my Facebook page that I totally forgot about. And I was uploading stuff up there, and man, I mean the truck was coming together. But um, when it came to getting that end frame, when it came to getting that end frame and stuff, it's just I had the money, I just didn't know where to go. So I just decided to say, well, look, I'm gonna stay out here. I'm gonna run the northeast and stuff. So let me just run. Let me just get something a little bit better than what I got. Cause when I got that Century Class, it was in a lease program. It was in a lease program. It had 800,000 miles on it when I got it. And um, I struggled because I struggled in the lease because I didn't want to do my due diligence and stuff, like learn how to read, do math, right? I'm just doing the lazy way and stuff like that. Oh well, things will just work itself on out. But, you know, I figured out, I figured out everything at the end of the lease. I figured it all out at the end of the lease and stuff. And I'm saying like I just put a lot of unneeded pressure and stuff, and I could have had a lot of things set up long before long before I got stuff figured out. But still, stuff still worked out, and you know, stuff still worked out. I was able to put away a very healthy sum. It's just um, you know, I filled the application out with Lone Mountain, and they wanted 42. They wanted 4,200 for that T660. They wanted 4,200 stuff. So when I got approved, I said, yeah, it's not a W-9, right? It's not a W-9 and stuff, but I'm saying, it's the next best thing and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get that. And I was excited till I started doing the research on that and I found out what a 6 and 2 is. So like, nah. And so I said, well, let me get this truck here its own operator spec, and they knocked off another $700 on the down payment. So yeah, they knocked down another $700 and stuff on the down payment. So I'm like, well, it's a more, you know, it's a more better quality truck than the Century class and stuff. But um, at the time, they wanted 12,000 down for the W9 and stuff, which I'm saying, which I had, and all I had to do was just, the truck was brand new, right? So it really, if the truck's brand new, it really ain't gonna matter what color it is. I wasn't worried about that. It just, and I say this, and I should have did this, and I just passed this along to everybody. Like, dude, when he said that, when he said that, I had the opportunity to get the truck back. Even though I signed the paperwork and all this stuff there, I didn't leave the lot with it. So they could have went on ahead, voided that contract there. All they needed was the rest of the money for the all they needed was the rest of the money and stuff for that W9. So they already had 42. They already had 42 and stuff. So I just go back in there, get the rest of the money, and catch the plane ticket to the house. They said that the trucks was coming in another month. Yeah, the truck's gonna be there in another month and stuff. And so drop the money to them, get back on the plane and stuff, go back home, drive my truck and stuff until mine came in. Then go back to Dallas and pick mine up and come on back. You know, cause I mean you're not gonna get you're not gonna get younger, right? And anytime you have an opportunity and stuff, and you got a you got an understanding about the opportunity, don't second guess yourself, right? Cause you cut yourself off from a lot. You cut yourself off from a lot of stuff that you could get. You know, um, you know how to work. You know how to do business and stuff like that. So um, you don't have to worry about that failure mechanism. Business is going to be what it's going to be. Some people get worried about, man, what if things don't work out and stuff, and then my equipment and stuff get repossessed. You know, and yeah, it's a possibility, but it's a possibility. I mean, if you really feel that way, then you're not ready. But if the opportunity presents itself and everything and stuff is ready, you got all your stuff in order. Just go ahead and do it. You know, yeah, just go ahead and do it. Don't second guess yourself, cause I'm sitting over here, um, you know, been driving trucks 21 years. You know, been driving trucks 21 years and stuff, man. And so it's just tons of things tons of opportunities that was presented that I didn't take the opportunity. I just didn't pounce on it. It's just like my house. You know, um, I didn't think that deal was serious or whatever. You know, it kept coming on the phone and stuff like that, and I'm like, nah, that ain't real. That ain't real. And so finally, it just took me having to call the guy. You know, it took me having to call the guy and stuff. We had a real conversation, and yeah, everything was set up, and I don't regret that phone call. I mean, I'm sitting over here, got my own house now, and I always knew that the opportunity was gonna come up to where, yeah, I always knew the opportunity was going to come up to where I was able to purchase my home. It's just, um, the world's he backing up for? Oh, okay, all right, this truck coming. Yeah, I knew the opportunity was going to come up. It's just I had to be prepared when the time got here, and the time came, and I was still kind of second guessing myself or whatever. But I got the house right before the inflation and stuff hit. So, and I'm locked in. I'm locked in for 30 years. I'm locked in for 30 years and stuff in a house that I can have paid off, and I can have paid off in 6 years. But I took the 30-year option. You know, but the prices that them same houses stuff going for now and stuff. I mean, it's almost double. So but see, if I just would have kept hesitating and stuff and saying no, the deal ain't real, then it'll just be something else, another opportunity that would have passed me by that I've been talking about, saying, you know what, I wish I would have did this, but it is what it is. Um, so this rebuild is the same thing. This rebuild is the same thing. It's just I've been talking to a bunch of people, talking to a bunch of people on the phone and stuff, doing my due diligence and stuff like that. And so, it's something that I knew had to get done because the motor was showing that it was wearing out and stuff. I mean, it's um you get a PM service, and I was doing my PMs between every 13, 15,000. And so um they used to, once I got the PM and stuff, I never had to put any more oil in and stuff until, I checked the oil and stuff like that. Everything stayed, everything maintained, to the next oil change and stuff. But, then it just started, you know, it just gradually started going down. So, um, I might had to, I might had to add a gallon before my PM, and then 1 gallon turned into 2 gallons, and then 2 gallons start turning into four. And so you got a problem. You got a problem and stuff. So it ain't no point trying to ignore it. It's not gonna fix itself. Um, it's not gonna fix itself and stuff. And then if it lingers on too long and stuff, then it start leading into other stuff. Next thing you know, you got head gasket leaks and stuff like start having head gasket failure and stuff like that. And so I mean that come with its own set of problems and stuff there, cause if the motor's warped, if you warp the motor and stuff, now you got some more issues you got to deal with. The heads. Well, I guess the heads that's different. You could buy heads all day long. Yeah, you can buy heads all day long and stuff, but when it comes to that motor, you don't warp the motor and stuff. Like, okay, well now I gotta find a long block and stuff, right? Or either find a long block or either find or I gotta get a crate motor. So or go to junkyard route and stuff. I find a motor with low miles and stuff on it, but again, you still taking the chance. So you know, um, we want the very best outcome, and yeah, we want the very best outcome and stuff. So I mean, I knew the day was coming, and that was that. And so, um, I'm glad that things are happening this year as opposed to last year and stuff. You had part shortages, and you had part shortages and all that stuff there, and The prices was way up. The prices was way up and stuff like that. You seen, uh, you know, we seen a certain somebody purchase a motor for 12.7 for $40,000. Now, you know, where there was a shortage of 12.7s, now they got 12.7s everywhere, selling them for real decent prices and stuff. And so, just like I was telling everybody last year, no, last year is not a it's not a good time to it's not a good time to buy anything. So if you got it, kind of hold on to it, but just wait, and the prices are going to drop. And so here we are, 8 9 months later, prices done drop. Everything is decent now. Everybody got a plethora of parts and stuff. We remember if you had a Cascadia, everybody was stealing the your CPA C2s. If you had a Cascadia, now nobody even taking a chance with it. Nobody's taking a chance with them. Everybody got. You go to every Freightliner dealership. Oh man, yeah, we got shelves of them. We got shelves of them and stuff already programmed, ready to go. And you ain't paying an arm and leg for them either. Cause CPA C2s, I think they got up what's about uh, some of them was what almost 4 grand. They got about 4 grand and stuff. Now you get you ones about what 1,200, 11, 1,200. So you know They had back orders on in-frame kits and all that other stuff. Now it doesn't matter what site you go to. Everybody got in-frame. Oh man, we got so many in-frame kits and stuff. You buy one, we'll give you two for free. You know, just keep one as a backup. But yeah. So it happened. It happened this year. Um, you know, trucking market ain't doing too good right now and stuff. But I figure while things are slow and stuff, guys, I'm at, according to according to a couple truck sources and stuff like that, they saying that the market this is the bottom right here. This is the bottom, so it's not gonna well freight waves and stuff. This is what freight waves are saying. I mean, for people who follow, so their content is pretty accurate. So they saying you know this is the lowest it's gonna get and stuff like that. So we done hit rock bottom, man. So this just the time to get everything done. So, but hey, y'all got any questions and stuff, man, go on, throw it on out there. I'll see if I can answer. Dang, hey, that's just 7 o'clock. Gracious, still got 11 more hours. But I guess the other thing is the issues that I'm having with this truck here. I got a picture of. Well, I took a couple videos and stuff. I'm gonna send that on. I'm gonna put that up on Instagram, so I'll probably load that up later on. No, I don't. No, I don't drink. No, I don't. I don't drink and I don't smoke. No, I don't drink and I don't smoke. But you know what though? I mean, speaking of which though, I didn't know what that controversy was with Bud Light. I didn't know what that controversy was and stuff, man. And then I looked it up, and I'm like, man, if it's one way, man, if people know how, if it's one thing people know how to do, boy, they know how to destroy a brand. I mean, I don't even know why. I think they did that on purpose, man. That whole Bud Light thing, I think they honestly did that on purpose. There's just no way that there's just no way that marketing thing is. I know that's kind of offbeat, but man, I didn't know what that was. It's just I seen the memes and stuff. I seen the memes, but I was just lost, man. I didn't know what that I didn't know what that was about. But man, boy, I'm telling, like if they want, and then they showed the person that was in charge of it, right? They showed the person that was in charge of the marketing. I'm like, man, man, that wasn't even an assassination, right? That was a massacre. Like I don't know, like they're looking for new markets. No, that's bro. You know, listen, if they was making Zima, if they still made Zima and stuff like that, that would have worked. That would have worked with Zima. That would have worked with Zima, but Bud Light, like, Budweiser was already in trouble anyway. Cause they sold the business to a German company, you know, and they prided themselves off American made, of it being American made and stuff. But yeah, when they sold to Germany, I said, yeah, this it's gonna be some sabotaging and stuff going on. Just sure enough, man. I'm like, they talking about billions, like. Yeah, they lost billions of dollars and stuff. I'm like, what is it? They lost billions of dollars. Like what? Off of campaign stuff. And then when I seen it, boy, I'm like, oh crap, man, that wasn't smart, man. Like, man, that wasn't smart at all, man. I mean, it just, I thought it was a joke, man. Yeah, I thought it was a joke and stuff, but it ain't no joke. Jeez. I guess it makes me think about something else too, like the whole U.S. Express thing. That whole U.S. Express thing, I was looking into that, and like I said, if it's boy, if it's some people out here that know how to assassinate, if they know how to they know how to massacre a company, man. Like, I mean, don't get, they know how to make money. They know how to make money and secure these contracts and so on and so forth. I mean, they got these contracts and stuff so sold up. I mean, it's not even, dude. Having your own authority, man. It ain't enough anymore. Like, hey, how many trucks you got? You ain't got 50 trucks now. Well, no, you can't get this contract here. But y'all only pushing out two loads. Y'all pushing out two loads a week. Yeah, but we need 50 trucks. And the number two, the number two carrier in the world now selling out to the number five. The second largest carrier in the world is selling out to the number five carrier. And the funniest thing about it is that even with all that combined, they still, even with all that stuff combined, they still ain't. I think they still off by being the number one worldwide carrier. I think they still off by a couple thousands. So I'm telling, I don't know what Schneider is the number one. It's the world's largest truckload carrier, but Still though, it's just I don't know. With all them combined together, Swift Central Transportation, Knights, um, USA Truck, um, and now they got US Express, which means they got Land Air Covenant, Land Air Covenant, and what's that other carrier that they had? Southern Refrigerated, yeah. So they got all that, and they still ain't nowhere near the number one carrier. So, yep. But if it's anybody that knows how to, if it's anybody that knows how to, master their brand and stuff, boy, it's just, I just don't know. Like, you have these meetings and you see this money and stuff that's there, and it's like, I mean, you hemorrhaging. I mean, you just, yeah, I'm gonna just go and cut this thing open and just lead, and just bleed to death. Screw it. But I guess it is what it is. Yep, I guess it is what it is. How much time I got in here? Oh, 86 minutes. Good gracious. Hey, well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this stuff about what's going on with the truck on the Instagram. Let's see, let's see, do I have my own no, no. I got my own trailer. Yeah, I got my own trailer and stuff. I don't use it, but yeah, I got my own trailer. I ain't got my own authority. Just like I was explaining, all I need is one all I need is one contract. Just one. If I can just get one contract, I'll go get my authority tomorrow. But it's a very, very, very hard thing and stuff for me to get. So um of course the idea gets thrown around and stuff, yeah, go get your own authority and then just go back like the people I'm leased on with, just fill a carrier packet out with them and stuff and then run their freight. And I'm like, nah, it doesn't give me a tactical advantage. See, if I'm leased on, then I got that advantage there to stuff to say, well, okay, we'll run somebody in house as opposed to somebody that's an approved carrier, it even though at times and stuff it still seems like they do more for the approved carrier than their contractors, but guys came up and they get those possibilities and stuff there, and I'm saying, I mean, it's just with what you got to pay, and what you got to deal with, it's just I don't see to where there's an advantage and stuff, to where I can capitalize and stuff on cause, you know, we do have some indifferences over here and stuff, and yeah, we do have some indifferences, but I know as a contractor, it'll be a lot. You know what? They just they get in that feeling sometime and want to be hard to get along with, and so you know, especially these people, if they make up 100% of my revenue, then you know, you got problems and stuff there. So it's the same thing from what I'm seeing. It's just the best I can do is fill a carrier packet out for another carrier that you can lease on with and stuff. So I'm like, I just can't. If my revenue is going to be coming from TQL and Coyote and JB Hunt 360, you know, if them are going to be my primary revenue streams and stuff, then I'm like, nah, that's okay. I'd rather just go with a carrier that got a contract and stuff and see if I kind of weasel my way in and stuff with, find out who their traffic control people is and stuff and see maybe they can, if we can make a contract up or two. But that's where I'm at with it. And I certainly don't discourage anybody from getting their own authority. So, man, that's the end game right there. Get your own authority, have your own independence. Yep, have your own independence, run your own business and stuff, 100%, totally and completely. But just at the same time, don't get discouraged based upon what I'm saying. That's just how business and stuff is working in my sector of the woods, and but if you can make it work and you can get your own authority and stuff like that, then man, go ahead and get it. If you got everything set up, but man, just make sure you get a contract. Make sure you get a contract and stuff. If you can make it work, being an approved carrier for somebody, hey, go ahead and do it. If you can make it work. But that's just you know with the relationships with the relationship that I have with people. That's just where I stand on it. Like I get missing for I get missing for a day or two, and now all of a sudden people get up in their feelings because I didn't make phone calls or whatever, or I took this person load as opposed to that person. So now that run that I was doing consistently, now they don't have it. Because I did something for somebody else because they reached out to me first. So you know. So, gentlemen, y'all, uh, wish me success. Wish me success and stuff. I hope that this thing, I hope it works out the way it's supposed to, and we don't have to make any kind of alterations or whatever. They do what they supposed to do, and I'll just keep an eye on it on my part, and we just go from there and stuff, and just dispel these myths. Like yeah, the DD15, is it really a trash motor? You know, is it really a trash motor and stuff? I don't believe so. Um, I don't believe so and stuff, and we gonna go ahead and dispel that myth too and stuff, and have that. We'll have that under our belts and stuff, along with you know, along with everything else that people say that we don't normally supposed to do and stuff in the industry or whatnot. So, but anyway, um, go ahead, jump on off here. Follow me on Instagram. That's Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. Um, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm always putting stuff up for my Freightliner Cascade in 2013. Uh, I will be up. I'm gonna be updating you guys and stuff. So once I get the information and stuff like that, I'll pass along to you guys. They're gonna be taking some pictures of. They're gonna be taking some pictures and stuff. About when they tear it down and stuff, how things look. I want to see the before and afters and stuff like that. That really is going. That's gonna be very helpful. So um, I just told them take a lot of pictures and stuff like that. I want to see the pistons, the rings, liners, how the main bearings and stuff look. Um, yeah, just so we can see these things and stuff for myself, and I can explain, some of the stuff that I did, which contribute to um, the position as to why the truck is in the shape that it's in now and stuff. So I say one of the things is that I idle a lot. I idle a lot of stuff. I idle a whole lot because I can't be cold. I can't be cold and I can't be hot. You know. But I understand that's one of the contributing factors and stuff. That puts a lot of wear and tear on your motor. So you know. But on the other side of that, truck did have 1,000,000 miles on it. So the truck did have 1,000,000 miles on it. So I mean, you figure Um, even before I got it and stuff, how much, if I put 1,000,000 on it, then you got the engine hours and stuff. of the island and stuff like that. So I imagine I'm probably at, if we add the engine hours up all together, I imagine we probably about, um, if it's 1,070,000, I imagine we probably a million, probably a million two, probably a million 200,000, million 200,000, million 250,000, somewhere like that. All things considered. So uh, never got a valve adjustment. I never got a valve adjustment and stuff like that. Never ran a rack on it. So and um, so that kind of dispels things and stuff there too. But like I said, once they get it broken down and we see things stuff for what it is, we'll go ahead and go from there. So y'all stay tuned again. Once I'll keep you guys updated as I find out the information stuff there. So for the most part, a lot of lives are going to be at the house. So y'all stay tuned. We got more to come. And with that being said, this man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you as always, continue to do your own research, fact finding studies. Honest on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy. Peace out.